Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another podcast here. Or sorry, not a podcast, another pre-market watch list today. I guess it's going to be one of those mornings, right? So, pretty cool. We've seen that the market had a nice bounce from yesterday into this morning. Do believe that that could be the kind of momentum we need to see in order to increase the value in some of these stocks here. All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a look at the market as a whole. We're also going to be taking a look at a lot of the large cap stocks this morning. I think the stream may have started a little bit late there. So anyways, thank you guys once again for tuning in. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at the market as a whole today with a lot of the large cap stocks. So we know that the market bounced yesterday. As it bounced late day, a lot of the other large cap stocks started to pick up. A lot of the volatility ETFs ended up going down. This morning pre-market we're up. So that's all so far some pretty good signs for at least the S&P. So today it's going to be looking at a lot of the large cap stocks. We also have a few earnings plays that came out today. So we're going to be following. For me, I'll be watching Facebook. I'll also keep an eye on General Motors. Might watch eBay. But I think all in all today, you should have a bullish outlook on the market. Anticipating a lot of the stocks today might have some bullish days because of the bounce we're starting to see in the market right now. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Laura, Alex, Carmelo, Mr. Lopez, Adriana Padilla, Marcus, Sam, William, hi yourself, and cool. Good morning. So we'll get into sharing the screen here. All right, so the first one that's going to be on my watch list is definitely Facebook, right? Because Facebook had their earnings report. So this can be fun. Facebook right now is breaking up and above the pre-market high. So for me personally, on Facebook, let me take these off. So first one here on watch is going to be Facebook with the earnings report. So you can read the news on the earnings report. It looks like there's kind of some mixed emotions on the earnings report. They were up due to some ad revenue, so people are still interested in paying for ad revenue on them. So personally, you can follow Facebook. I do believe. Let me put it on a 10-day, 31, or we're going to go to a 180-day, 4-hour chart. So right now, the 155 level's a pretty important level. It looks like we've broken. Oh, we didn't break over it, did we? Or maybe we did briefly today pre-market. Let's see. No, we're still trying to get over 155. Okay, so 155 is the pretty key mark here. Okay. So what I would do is I would watch Facebook around this 155 level pretty closely because 155 has been a previous kind of consolidation, support, and resistance area. So it's a really pivotal spot on Facebook right now. So if Facebook can't break over, right, if Facebook keeps struggling to break over this 155 mark, then we would probably see a short play on Facebook right off this 155 level, okay? So definitely keep your eyes on Facebook around the 155 level. Over 155 could lead to a nice run because as we stated, over that 155 level is that previous support and resistance area. So that's kind of the key mark for me, over 155. If it gets over 155, you know, how high is it going to run? I'm not sure. But what I do know is over 155, you're going to get into this area from basically 155 to 160. That is all previous resistance. So if we can get over 155, I would like to see it run up towards 156, 157, 158. How high is it going to go? Not entirely sure. The market's going to play a big role in that. If the market goes really green, then I'll definitely be trying to hold Facebook for a nice run today. Jeff, you're absolutely right. Options are awesome. All right, so next one on the list I'll talk about is General Motors. General Motors had earnings today. If you look at General Motors has resistance at 37 a couple times right in this whole area. So 37 right now for me is kind of the resistance spot on General Motors right now. As you can see, pre-market, it popped up just over 37 and ended up dropping. It's bouncing right now, kind of coming right up towards the volume weighted average price. So right now, General Motors needs to do a little bit more trading here pre-market and hopefully give us a pattern or some type of formation. Right now, it's not bad. It actually popped up, came down, bouncing. So it's probably going to start consolidating. But it appears they had pretty good earnings. With the way it's moving currently, I would watch for entries around the 37, 36.75 mark because again, that's kind of that key level, 37 right there. You've seen it kind of bounce around 36.65, stop around 37. So anything above 37 right now for me is theoretically resistance. So I'm going to be very careful as General Motors gets up to that $37 area. But again, right, depending on how the market acts, that's going to be a strong factor that helps drive the price action of many stocks today. All right. So for me, General Motors, going to be watching it. If General Motors fails the 36.75 or the 37 mark and it pops up, can't break, then I'll be looking to short it around that 37 mark. All right, something else to note. So we'll go to the market now. So as you can see, by the end of the day, the market had a strong bounce. It's trending up right now pre-market. If you look at a 10-day, let's say 30-minute chart, right? You can see the market's obviously coming into resistance zones, right? This whole area from right here and down, it's all basically resistance, right? If you drew a line here, that was resistance, right? Draw a line here, that's resistance. Draw a line there, that's resistance, okay? So there's a lot of resistance right now in the S&P. Which makes sense. The market's been coming down, so it makes sense there's resistance, right? So that's a no-brainer. But the thing is, if for whatever reason, the market can get back up over this like 271.50 or over 271, then we might start really seeing a strong push, okay? The weekly chart obviously still looks bearish, but on the weekly chart, we're starting to form an inverted hammer candle here, or sorry, a hammer candle, which is a potentially a buy signal. All right, if you look at the daily chart, or we'll do a 180-day chart, you can see there's a lot of lower wicks down here, a lot of lower wicks, a lot of buybacks so far in the market. We're starting to pop up a little bit. The only thing that I'm a little fearful of here on the long side is the fact that we are coming into a lot of resistance and a lot of selling pressure. So we could see this just pop up to here and then come right back down today. So again, I think around the 272, 271.50, right in that price point area, you might see a lot of selling pressure on the market. So pay close attention to how the overall market moves today, because around the 272 pricing, I do believe we might start seeing sellers coming in and hitting the price right back down, okay? Something else I'll be watching. So now I'm going to run you through a list, right? Look at AMD. AMD is, it's up this morning pre-market. Netflix is up this morning pre-market. NVIDIA is up this morning pre-market. Micron is up pre-market. Twitter is up a little bit pre-market. Boeing is up a tad bit pre-market. Caterpillar is up a tad bit pre-market. Tesla, what about Tesla? Tesla is interesting. So as you can see, a lot of these stocks are all green on the day, and that's because of the way the market's performing. So realistically, when it comes to trading today, I do have a bullish outlook. I would like to see the market go green. It has tremendous potential to have a big push. With the amount of selling pressure we've seen, people are just anxious to see some green. And when we do get some green and it's consistent and the chart looks good, there's tremendous potential for the market to go on a strong push and a strong run. And that's going to take Netflix. That's going to cause Apple, Facebook, Nvidia, Google, Amazon. They're all going to trend up with it if we do get a strong push on the market. So again, for me today, it's going to be a lot of large cap stocks. I'm going to be focusing on Boeing, Caterpillar, Facebook, Nvidia, Micron maybe, AMD too. Definitely liking a lot of those particular stocks right now. Recap, please. So, what am I going to do today? I'm going to sit back and follow the market. This is my game plan for today, following the market as it's been for the past couple days. And the reason I get on here and I say that all the time over and over and over is because that is what the play is, okay? That is the play right now, okay? So a lot of people go, well, what do you think about this stock? Or what about this stock? Or what do you think about AMD? And right now, it's not what do I think about these stocks, it's what's the market telling us. And the market telling us, right, if you look at all the stocks for the past couple weeks, what have they all been doing? They've all been going down, right? Because we're seeing a drastic sell-off in the market. So when somebody asks me, what do I think about this stock or what do I think about this stock, all I have to do is look at the market and figure out what's going to happen in the overall market, and then I'll be able to dictate the play to come on any of the other stocks. If all the stocks are selling off when the market's selling off, then all these stocks are naturally going to pick up when the market picks up. So follow the S&P ETF, which is SPY, or you can follow the Dow Jones or some type of major index form that you like to follow, and use that to help judge your entries and exits with your stocks. Daniel, every once in a while, if I'm long in a stock and it starts to go the other way, I'll short it depending on what the setup is. So every once in a while, yes, I do that. Yeah. Something I will mention, just briefly, the penny stock SOLO. I would keep that on watch maybe today or tomorrow for a potential long as well. So for those of you that might be interested in some penny stocks, right now there's just really no penny stocks moving. So if there's no penny stocks moving, we're not going to be looking at them. But I do believe that SOLO might have a move coming in maybe today, but probably tomorrow. So keep an eye on that just in case as well. I'm not concerned that the market's doing anything. If the market goes up, it goes up. If the market goes down, it goes down. I am the one person that is probably the least worried about the market coming down. I've been on the side of wanting the market to crash, and I've been saying it for months, and not that it's going to crash to this week or next week, not that it's going to. I'm not saying it will, but I have been playing more on the short side bias of the entire market. I've made many videos about it. This is nothing surprising. The worst is still yet to come. This is just a small little taste of what's to come. It's going to be far worse. We're probably going to see Amazon down towards $1,000 to $800. We'll probably see Netflix down. What's that? $270. We'll probably see Netflix down at like $150. We have much further to go in this move. But again, I think we're going to see some type of short-term intermediate bounce in the market. That's going to help us see a little bit of a pickup in some of these bigger stocks. But worse is yet to come. Yeah, I strongly believe we'll see Amazon down towards 1,000. That's only another 500 points. You've already seen it drop 500 points in like a week, like it was nothing, like that. Literally, Amazon down 500 points like that. So to think that it can't hit 1,000 like that, Market hasn't even crashed. We are not even in a recession, right? So just imagine, right? This is just theoretically, it was actually a pretty big correction, but I mean, think about what would happen in a recession to that stock. It would get smoked. And just because it's Amazon does not mean it is any different, right? Amazon is still a stock. It's still affected the same as any other stock would be in bad times. And as you can see, it has been when it drops 500 points in like 2 weeks, like it was nothing, right? No, patterns are basically, well, yeah, you'll probably see more patterns maybe in like, yeah, I mean, patterns are the same across the board. Doesn't matter what stock, they're all the same. Um, you know, but yeah, bigger stocks tend to follow technical analysis a little bit better, right? They follow key levels, very respectable sometimes, and that's because they're just heavily traded, and that's what all the traders are looking for. They're looking for these key levels. So all patterns are respected on all stocks, but the main thing is volume. The more volume, the better, the more reliable the pattern is. If tons of people are trading a penny stock, the pattern will work out. The only thing that you might get a little bit different in penny stocks is naturally penny stocks attract beginner traders. So penny stocks can do really weird moves sometimes that make no sense, but in reality it does make sense because you have a lot of people trading in there that don't know what they're doing and don't know how to make sense of anything that's happening sometimes. So you might get a massive a massive selling pressure on this candle when there shouldn't have really been selling pressure there. It doesn't really make sense. But that just could be because you have a lot of beginner traders trading a stock and they don't really know which levels they're supposed to pay attention to. They don't know where the resistance or the support is. So I've seen trading like that happen on some penny stocks, but it is what it is, right? Market's always going to do what it wants to do. I mean, the best way, and that's another thing. I'd say probably the best way to really start trading large cap stocks is to just follow like a couple main ones that you like. If you like, Facebook, trade Facebook. If you like Apple, trade Apple, right? Get used to trading just one of them or two of them and get comfortable with them. Like my most heavily traded large cap stock is Netflix. I like Netflix. I like the spread on it. I've gotten comfortable with the 50-cent spread on average, right? And, so I hop in and boom, I'm instantly up $400, right? I'll hop in, a couple hundred shares and the stock pops $2-3 a share. Boom, instant win. So for me, I like to trade Netflix. I got comfortable with Netflix. All right. So we will end it there. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. As always, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for another pre-market watch list. Again, if the market's staying the same way, probably going to be looking at some of the similar things. But we'll have some videos to come, maybe a couple more podcasts coming up. So other than that, guys, take care and hopefully stay green. All right.